Next we'll give another example, we'll see it. So before giving another example, you should know how to write the name of esters. Alright, how to write the name of esters, you should know it. That is RCOOR. Alright, this general formula of ester. Or we can say RCOOR dash. Here R and R means both the alkyl group are the same. Suppose this is CH3, this is also CH3. This is C2H5, this is also C2H5. Here when I say R and R dash means one is CH3, another is C2H5. Or one is C2H5, another is C3H7. Or one is C2H5, another is C6H5, phenyl. So two different alkyl groups, so to say. And here two same alkyl groups. Alright. Now how do we write the IUPAC name? This is a general formula for the esters. And this is a functional group, you know that. The functional group of the esters. Isn't it? Now when you are writing the IUPAC name, the general, what you can say the IUPAC name is alkyl alkanoate. Alkyl alkanoate. Now here I need to tell you what you can say which is alkyl and which is alkanoate. So this is your alkyl. Out of the two alkyl group, this alkyl we take it. This alkyl we take it. This is your alkyl. This particular one is your alkyl. Not this. Why? Because this particular alkyl group is attached to the carbon atom. So hence this is your longest chain. This particular alkyl group, listen carefully, it's attached to the carbon atom. Hence it forms the longest chain. Alright, here the longest chain breaks because oxygen is coming in between. Understood? So hence we take this as the alkyl group. Whatever the alkyl group is present, whether it is methyl or ethyl or propyl or butyl. So we take this particular one as alkyl group, which is attached to the oxygen. Understood the reason? Because here the longest chain breaks because in between that oxygen is coming, and here we are having a continuous chain of carbon atoms. Alright, suppose if R is C2H5, so what we can have? If R is C2H5, what I said, R is C2H5, so what we can have? C2H5, COO, CH3. See here, oxygen atom is coming in between. So hence this is your alkyl group. Apply the common sense, that cannot be an alkyl group. This is alkanoate. Then what this group is? This particular one. This particular one. Let me rub it this one. This group is otherwise known as, what is that? This one. It is known as alkanoate. Okay? It is alkanoate. This particular group is otherwise known as. So always this is the alkyl group and this is the alkanoate group. No confusion should be there. So here this alkyl group is what? Methyl. So hence we will write methyl first. Because what is the name? Alkyl alkanoate. So first is your methyl. And what is alkanoate? How many carbon atoms is there? 3 carbon. 2 plus 1, 3. Total 3 carbon. So hence it is what? The root word is prop. Primary suffix is single bond. If you don't understand, I will simplify it. Always is simplified. Just like in maths you simplify, here also in chemistry. Simplified. So it is, what is that? How many carbon you got it now? See, 3 carbon total. So prop. What is the bond here? Single bond. So it is in. And what is a functional group? COO is a functional group. What is the name of the functional group? O8. So it is O8. So E and O both cannot come together. So it is E is being dropped from here. So it is methyl propanoate. In this way we write the IUPAC name of esters. This is the way to write it down. Please learn in this way. Please learn it. Alright, you people, you are not learning it at all. I can see it. You are not learning it at all. So now next is, after that we'll come to the next one. I'll give you a compound corresponding to this C2H5, and here it is CH3, let us say, and here it is Cl, let us say. Alright, and here it is CH3, here it is CH, here it is CH, here it is CH2, and we got it in this way. Now what is the IUPAC name of this compound? So definitely you can see this is your longest chain. This is your longest chain. This particular one is your longest chain. Okay, this is your longest chain. See, C double bond comes under it. Understood? Clear? Don't think it is not coming under longest chain. I am just including the carbon atom. Got it? Mind it. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? Because this is a functional group. COO is a functional group. I have taken this O also. Don't worry, sir. Why you have not taken the O? Okay, I am taking it. Otherwise, you people. Yes, so I am taking this particular O also because the whole functional group I have taken it. Now see here, I am putting the circle also here. Everything I am doing it. So now here, what do you find? We are having 5 carbon atoms. Now this is an ester, no doubt about it. So in esters, what is the name I said just now to you? Alkyl alkanoid. So what is that alkyl there? Ethyl. No matter, listen carefully, no matter whatever the prefix is present here, if at all is present, if it is not present, it's well and good. If at all any prefix is present there, we are going to start from that prefix only. Alright, no matter whatever prefix is present here, like you may say, sir, here chloro is there, methyl is there, ethyl is there. According to alphabetical order, chloro should come first. No. No. In esters, first that particular prefix will come. This one is going to come first. Whatever the prefix is written here, whether it is methyl or ethyl or propyl or butyl, that I am going to write it first. Then I am going to see if at all any prefix is present here. Alright, so hence I will start from ethyl. Is it clear to you? Clear? So in this way, ethyl. Now you see the alphabetical order. Out of chloro and methyl, which is coming first? Definitely chloro. So what chloro? That is 3-chloro, because third position chloro. Then what is that? Fourth position we get it methyl. So 4-methyl. So your secondary prefix is over. See, your secondary prefix is over. Now we don't have primary prefix, we have root word. So root word is what? 5 carbon atoms. That is pent. What is primary suffix? Ane. All single bond. Carbon, carbon, single bond, you can see. Secondary suffix. Secondary suffix is what? OH. Which position OH? One OH. You may write one or you may not write. I told you earlier also. So here E and O both are vowels. So E is removed. So what we got the IUPAC name? Ethyl 3-chloro 4-methyl pentanoate. This is the IUPAC name. We got it for this particular compound. I hope you understand it. So next, I gave you a lot of examples upon the functional group. Now you need to do a lot of questions. Every day I said you're supposed to do 5 questions every day. Every day you need to do. Then only you can learn the nomenclature of organic chemistry. Once in a blue moon if you do it, then God can save you. That much I can say you. Okay. Now next is, after that we'll come to the next rule. In functional group only, the next rule. So which is known as polyfunctional group. Got it? What I said? Polyfunctional group. Now polyfunctional, poly means what? Many functional group will be present in a given compound. Then what will happen? Polyfunctional group. Now polyfunctional, let me write it properly. Functional, yes, correct. Polyfunctional group. So polyfunctional group can be 2 types. Alright? It can be of what you can say, same kind, and it can be different kind. Now same kind means, suppose all are OH. All are alcohol. Means all the functional group, polyfunctional group are there. Means more than one functional group is there, present there. But suppose all are alcohol, OH group. Or all are nitriles, CN. All are otherwise CHO, aldehyde. Or all are COOH. Alright? That is acid, carboxylic acid. So that is said to be as in the same kind. Different kind means, suppose one is OH, another is COH. Different kind. Suppose one is OH, another is COH, and third is CHO. Different kind. So if different kind of functional group will be present in a given compound, then how will you name it? If same kind of functional group is present in a given compound, how will you name it? Alright, so we have got a rule for both. Again, we are having. So first you write polyfunctional group of same kind. Under same kind you write polyfunctional group of same kind. Write down. If more than 2 functional group are present, if more than two, not 2. If more than 2 functional group is present of the same kind in a given compound, if more than 2 functional group is present in a given compound of the same kind, then the carbon atom of the functional group is not included in the root word. Then the carbon atom of the functional group is not included in the root word. That's very important. Listen carefully. If more than 2 functional group is there and the functional group contains carbon atom present in it, then the carbon atom of the functional group is not included in the root word. Complete the sentence. And the naming is done differently. And the naming is done differently. Alright? Now how it is being done? We will come to it. See here. For that reason, we are need to make a chart. You need to make a chart here. So under which I am going to write polyfunctional group of the same kind. Under that heading, I need to write it down. So that I am going to tell you in the next video. Thank you.